Hello everyone, this is Blue Thunder Fan Racing, and welcome back, and welcome to race 4 of the PWRL Budweiser Retro Series, the Ford 400 at Michigan. Let's get off our top 10 starting lineup. Starting on the pole is the president of the PWRL, Dion Scott, and starting next to him is the vice president, Brandon Bain. Row number 2, we got Evan Gattuso and Jack Nathan. Row 3, Jason Marshall and Matthias Reynolds. Row 4, two people that debuted last week, James Qualls and Emilio Navarrete. And rounding out the top 10 is Nick Hames and Thomas Mikacook. The points leader, Rhett Yates, is starting all the way back in 26th place. He's got some work to do if he wants to win here today. Last week's winner, Joseph Clark, starts right behind him on the charts in 27th. So, a lot of great drivers are going to have to get to work here. I'd like to point out Barney Ward is among them, starting in the 22nd position. Well, the engines are fired. We're getting ready to go here at Michigan for the Ford 400 at Michigan International Speedway. Wouldn't it be so fitting if the Ford 400 was won by a Ford? Wouldn't it be so fitting if the Ford 400 was won by a Ford? Well, the pace car dives for pit road. And we're underway. A Buick with Dion Scott is going to lead us down to the green. The Stavola Brothers team is going to have a pole. They're going to have one of their cars in the shootout if Dion Scott returns at this team next season. Brandon Bain still holds second. In fact, he's getting a run on the outside, trying past Dion Scott on the outside, getting a run with help from Evan Gattuso. But the inside line is the preferred line, and Dion Scott will fight back. Jason Marshall now in third. Nick Hames goes for the third spot. Brandon Bain needs to get to the inside fast, or he's going to get a challenge from Nick Hames. And that's exactly what's going to happen. Nick Hames gives him a challenge for second place. And, I think we got 4 wide back there. 4 wide. Got 4 wide. And that's not going to work. Oh, they're going to wreck. Oh, no. The caution is going to be out. Zach Austin, Joshua Caloni. Oh, the points leader. The points leader, Rhett Yates, is involved. Rhett Yates, the current Retro Series points leader, gets a piece of the wreck. Oh, no. Oh. Both of the Jackson cars involved. Tyler Manson and Joshua Caloney. Ben Paul's involved. Jack Nathan. Let's go back. Well, Dion Scott is your leader. Let's go back and see what happened. Okay. This wreck, Toby Sanford's fault. He comes rushing in and makes it 4 wide of Zach Austin, Tyler Manson, and Matthias Reynolds. Now, 4 wide, despite seeing how wide this track is, 4 wide does not work at Michigan. Zach Austin and Toby Sanford are gonna get together. They're gonna find that out. Find that out. They make contact. They're gonna make contact again, I think. No, Zach Austin and Tyler Manson didn't make contact, and Jack Nathan gets a piece. Joseph Clark got pushed down a little bit, and then they go into the wall. Nathan gets airborne, and Seth Cole gets a little piece. Joshua Caloney, Ben Paul, Tracy Moore, Matthias Reynolds. There's Ben Paul. Looks like Ben Ward got through all right. Looks like Barney Ward did too. James King. There's T.O. Bain and Eric Austin. Looks like they're gonna get through. That's where Rhett Yates gets involved. A big pileup, but not really that many cars. A big pileup, but not really that many cars seriously damaged. However, it does involve the points lead. But it does involve the points leader. There he is, Rhett Yates, involved in a wreck on lap number 2. We'll have to see how this race will turn out for him. We'll see you back for the restart. We are going to go back to green flag racing on lap number 7 of 30. Only driver out of the race as a result of that last incident, Ben Paul. Here is your running order. Dion Scott is first. Eric Austin is second. Tony Blazer is third. Nick Hames is fourth. Forster Kenoy, a wonderful run in fifth. Sixth is Brandon Bain. Seventh, Vivian Reynolds. Eighth, Thomas Mikacook. Ninth, Emilio Navarrete. And 10th is Corey O'Malley. 11th is James Qualls. 12th, last week's winner, Joseph Clark, already making up a lot of ground. 13th is Evan Gattuso. He started in third, I think. He's dropping like a rock. Seth Cole up to 14th. Barney Ward up to 15th. T.O. Bain started in the last 2 rows, and he's up to 16th. 17th is Matthias Reynolds. 18th, Tracy Moore. 19th, Chris Rickenbaugh. And 20th is top 10 points, Rob Thomas. You got 2 more drivers in the top 10 points right behind him. Michael Norman in 21st and Nicole Sanchez in 22nd. Zachary Robinson's 23rd. 24th, Thomas Reynolds. 25th, Josh Cullen. 26th, Jackson Brown. 27th, James King. 28th, Ben Ward. 29th, Samuel McDonald. Oh, wait, no. 29th is Ben Ward, and 30th is Samuel McDonald. Wow, I failed right there. Anyway, the pace car is going to dive for pit road, and we're going to go back to the green flag. Dion Scott looking to get a win for the Stavola Brothers team. Not the best camera views on this track. Oh, I just realized that Tony Blazer's third. I said he was third, but I didn't realize it. That is Tony. Yeah, Tony Blazer is second in the point standings. He could capitalize on Rhett Yates' misfortunes. He's restarting at the back of the field. You can see him there. Eric Austin takes the lead. As I was saying, second in points, Tony Blazer could capitalize on Rhett Yates' misfortunes and become the new points leader. And he obviously knows that. He's going for the lead. Leading a lap gets you 5 bonus points. That could be valuable for the champion if you want the championship. If you're in the hunt for the championship, 5 bonus points could be valuable. Blazer will get those 5 bonus points. I'd say unless he finds trouble. Rhett Yates! Oh, 4 wide. And I think they're gonna make it. I think they made it work there. Yeah, they made it work. Great job by these drivers, as T.O. Bain is up in the top 10 after starting in the final few rows. That kid is on the move. Surprisingly, he only has the 28th fastest lap of the race, but he is on the move. Fastest lap of the race was Eric Austin. Now it's Eric Burton's. Brandon Bain leads that lap, but now James Qualls goes to the front. We're on lap number 9 of 30. We might have pit stops around lap 10 or so. As there's T.O. Bain in second place. He's gonna get a challenge from Vivian Reynolds. He crashed hard at Daytona, but it seems he's cleaned up his act. Got a top 10 at Richmond. Well, he didn't do that great at Bristol, but here he is in the top 10 again at Michigan. And he's gonna try and get a run on James Qualls. But Qualls suddenly gets a big run and is gonna hold the lead. 5 bonus points for that team. They need it because, of course, James Qualls is not on the full schedule. He ran his first race last week at Bristol, where he finished 14th, believe it or not, out of the race. Only 16 cars finished that race. James Qualls finished 14th. Tony Blazer coming up that inside line, trying to work his season 4 wide. Thomas Cook, Rob Thomas, T.O. Bain, and they're gonna make it work. Okay, maybe if you do it with a lot of intelligence, maybe this track can handle 4 wide. Anyway, Tony Blazer's up to 4th. He's led a lap. This kid wants a championship, and he's doing really good right now. If Rhett Yates is still in the back, he could easily get the points lead. Where is Rhett Yates? He's off the pace. He's in 41st, last car running. So without a doubt, which means at the moment, without a doubt, Tony Blazer is your points leader. What a tough day for Rhett Yates. There's second place in Daytona, Connor Breton. He got involved. There's Michael Norman, Nicole Sanchez. You got Eric Burton. For a moment, he had like the fastest lap of the race. Now it belongs to Zach Austin. You got Joseph Clark back here. Wasn't he up the front on the restart? And there's Brandon Bain. Wow, some people not having good days. Some people having... Hey, there's a 17. Okay, I want to talk about Ben Ward for a moment here. During qualifying, he dropped a cylinder and became extremely annoying with his blocking. I was pondering whether to send him to the rear or not. I decided not to. And, well, I don't think he's making the most of his luck there. As he was 23rd last time by. Not really that great. There's your former points leader, Ashton Brab. I know he wants to be a points leader again. He was 18th last time by, but he's going to get a challenge from Josh Colin. Here's top 10 points Jackson Brown. He's running in the top 20. He started way back. Another top 10 points driver up here with Rob Thomas. He was 11th last time by. Now he's in the top 10. Oh, this is the battle for the lead. Peter Saviano just took the lead. Zachary Robinson just led a lap. Well, back up to the front. We are at the halfway point of this race. We haven't had any pit stops yet. I would expect pit stops. I saw an indication. As soon as I say that, pit stops. Yeah, here we go. Green flag pit stops. Peter Saviano leads them down. There's already some back markers in the pit lane. Barney Ward stays out and leads the lap. I think. There goes Tyler Manson. There goes Rhett Yates. Here we go. Here's the front runners making their pit stops. Here's the front runners that just came in. There's Brandon Bain. Hopefully that Bud Moore team can get a good pit stop for the 15. Gonna be changing the tires though. Not necessarily thinking about strategy, it appears. He is changing the tires. Peter Saviano leads off pit road, and the rest of those leaders are coming in. Emilio Navarrete still stays out, along with Zachary Robinson, I believe. Looks like that time by the 10, the 5, the 75, the 12, and the 29 all stayed out. Here's the second pit road battle. There's Dion Scott. He's changing his tires. And the other drivers that stayed out are now coming into the pit lane. Wasn't really paying attention there. Is Peter Saviano the leader? Who's the leader? It says the leader is Emilio Navarrete, but he's in the pit lane. Connor Breton? He's still on the racetrack. Did he already make his pit stop? Is he your leader? I don't know. I need to see here. Let's check the pit lane. They're coming off pit road. Who's the leader? Oh, I might find out here in a moment. I think Emilio Navarrete is your leader. I think this is a battle for the lead. And he just lost it as Vivian Reynolds goes shooting by. And there's Josh Colin. I think it's the battle for the lead. Wait, no, Connor Breton led a lap. Where's Breton? How did he stay out to lap 18-19? That is big. Who's the leader? I still don't know who the leader is. There's Toby Sanford. Is he a leader? There's Rhett Yates. He's off the pace, trying to get past Jack Nathan. He does have a little more speed in his car, and looks like his car is looking a little faster than Nathan. Looks like his car is faster than Nathan's. Could get a spot here. Anyway, it's checking of Connor Breton. He is not the leader. Oh! Looks like pit stops will finally cycle out. They'll cycle on lap 20. And here's your big pack of cars that will be contending for the win. Josh Colin is your leader. We've only had one caution today. Finally a race that's not a wreck fest. But Josh Colin has been pretty good. He qualified well at Bristol and he ran well until he found problems. I think he still finished. He still finished on the podium. I think he still finished second as Jackson Brown goes for the lead. And well, he's led a few laps today. Josh Colin's made some really good impressions. Jackson Brown has been really quiet in the standings. When I found out he was in the top 10 in points after Bristol, I was like, how did he get there? I just didn't think Jackson Brown was supposed to be there. He's just been really quiet this season and has been quietly getting good results. I am not certain if he has a top 10 to his name yet this season. He is currently 9th in the points as Vivian Reynolds led that lap. 9 laps to go. I know Barney Ward wants a win. I know Peter Saviano wants a win. But I can assure you Vivian Reynolds needs a win to put himself in championship contention. Fastest lap, Zach Austin. Where is he running? We're about to find out. He is running all the way back in 34th. Well, he was 34th last time by, but he's making some moves. Hey, Eric Austin, he was in the top 5 on one of the restarts. Yeah, here he is back in 31st, and he's about to go down to 32nd. He's got run from Nick Hames, another guy that led earlier today. New leader, Peter Saviano. 8 laps ago. He's got pressure from Barney Ward. Wow, if anyone needs some luck, it's Barney Ward. He's wrecked a lot this season. He actually has yet to finish a race this season, but he did not lead that lap. But he is in the lead now with 7 laps remaining. His brother Ben Ward is back there in the 3rd position. Well, now he's in 3rd. Just got by Peter Saviano, but now Ben Ward's gonna get a challenge from his teammate Zachary Robinson in the 5. Robinson needs a good run too. Can Barney Ward get some much-needed bonus points? Yes, he will. 5 bonus points, 6 laps to go. Vivian Reynolds goes for the lead. Ben Ward survives a challenge from Robinson, is now going to go by Barney Ward, his brother for the 2nd position, but he did not get a good run in for that corner. Vivian Reynolds will pull out to a lead. And how about Toby Sanford? He had a lot of problems last week, but he's doing pretty well this week. Running in the top 5 in contention for the win. And also, how about Wonder Boy? Forster Kenoy. That's an underfunded team. He's had a lot of problems so far. Yeah, here he is having a wonderful run in the top 10. I can still expect him to have a fantastic season. Meanwhile, up front, the Englishman Ben Ward takes the lead. Toby Sanford goes by in 2nd. The Ramo car or something. Aaron Williams is in the top 10. He won Richmond. Okay, one more check. We're not checking on 2 more people. Joseph Clark and Rhett Yates one more time. Clark was 29th last time by. He's last week's winner at Bristol. 28th. Gonna move up to 27th and move back down to 28th here in a moment. Now Rhett Yates still the last car running behind Jack Nathan. Alright, back up to the front. Oh, they're coming upon these guys! Could it play a factor in a race? Could it play a factor in the race? Here they come. Barney Ward gonna get by cleanly. Looks like most of the top 10 are gonna get by Rhett Yates and Jack Nathan without a problem. Peter Saviano! Saviano's engine just went! The engine is gone on Peter Saviano's Buick! Oh no! A huge tragedy for the... Oh, this is a huge travesty for the 26 team! Oh no! Ah, it's gotta be gut-wrenching. He was looking at a fantastic run, but the engine goes on car number 26, and he'll stall down the racetrack. 2 laps to go. Jackson Brown is gonna go for the lead here, and he's got help from Aaron Williams. Barney Ward holding his own on the outside. If Aaron Williams wants a shot, he's got to pull out now, and he's trying. Brown's gonna go for it. And Williams goes for the lead! This could be for the win! Can Aaron Williams get 2 wins in 4 races? That'd be a wonderful start. That'd be a wonderful start to the season for Aaron Williams, but it'll be Jackson Brown taking the white flag. Aaron Williams can't get it done. This is the final lap. Can Jackson Brown get the win? He's been quiet so far this season, and all of a sudden, here he is looking at a win. Coming off of turn 3 and 4. Can Barney Ward make a move? He will not make a move off turn number 4. Jackson Brown will win the Ford 400. Wow. What? This season is looking fantastic for Jackson Brown. Here he is. He's been quiet this season, and yet, now, all of a sudden, he's a winner in the PWRL Budweiser Retro Series. Barney Ward is 2nd. I know he wanted to win, but I think he'll take that. Aaron Williams 3rd. Vivian Reynolds, a much-needed 4th. Ditto for Toby Sanford in 5th. 6th is Zachary Robinson. A much-needed 7th for James King. 8th is Tony Blazer. He is your new points leader. 9th is Emilio Navarrete. And rounding out the top 10 is Eric Burton. Well, I hope you enjoyed this race. That was a pretty good finish. Congratulations to Congratulations to Jackson Brown on his first career PWRL victory. Well, here comes the results and standings. You have been watching a production of the Pro World Racing League, where real racing happens. See you next time.